Mr. Drums. So, how's your evening, mate?
Hey, Stabby. Good evening, OSL. Yeah, it was alright, bro. Had had a little accident, not me personally, but there was an accident in my area, so I was not able to be there for the first game. It was supposed to be me instead of Mike, but everyone G up Mike for coming to, save me in a moment of need. But yeah, no, it should be good, Bullo. We got 3 games left to today. You got Leopard versus Desolous, which is what we got now. Unfortunately, I'm just going to let everyone know now. There is no paradox today on the Singularity. We're going to catch Monkey out here down at the 3 side, Tavi, and A71 has a quick chase ready to go. Come on, this might even be a 2-tap. We do use an extra 2 rushes there on the tire side bumping, but yeah, that honestly, bro, that was a really early find and a really early down. But just to finish off, we do have Zetsubo bleed out after this, followed by Requemish and Harden. So yeah, no, it should be some great games, bro. These next 3 games should all be very, very close.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the Zets and the Bleed Out one because I think there's the two teams. Well, Zets obviously has that reputation, but Bleed Out also building the name for themselves. But right now, we do find quick tag onto Sith, who's our Nancy, and a very fast unhook to follow up. So this could actually backfire for our survivors because, oh my gosh, but the reset comes through. So I don't know if it was worth it, but they got it, and Ace is heading back to the shack. So again, very early unhook. I don't really like this on the side of Desolous, and Ace is gonna get 2-tapped here, kind of, as Mr. N Blue A71 Heart LVY picks up Monkey and just tries to head towards basement. So I actually no, just heading towards 7. So yeah, again, I'm not really sure about this decision from Desolous because this second stage is being progressed extremely quickly. And Nancy hasn't even been reset yet, so this could spell trouble because they were on this active generator. They don't even get away from the TL wall, so they're just gonna get down for this first generator and second hook. So, yeah, things might be turning out to be bad here, but I don't know. This trial's just progressed so quickly that I'm not really sure how survivors will deal with it. Ethos is going for the save though. They are rotating just now, so maybe they get in time before Mr. A71 can cut it off, but seems like the game sense is just on fire right now. Knows that no one's near the save, and yeah, they're looking at 4K here for sure, Tom.
I mean, yeah, like you're exactly right. The game just went super quick, and that kind of works out when you're playing on the Blight Killer. Going quick and getting downs is obviously like one of the main strong points for the killer. But yeah, that's going to be 3 downs. I know Ethos is going to rotate in and get both pulls here, but this is still really bad for the survivors. That's going to be Smokey just hooked over at the 5. I would have liked to see him maybe deny a bit of chase there instead of just simply freely running in the open, sitting pretty bad gen. And I'm not sure how Ethos hasn't rotated in for the pool. He actually decided to go for an FTP onto Monkey in the background amidst all of it. Um, Interesting. Also, one thing to note, Tavi, I'm not too sure who actually was the first chase. I believe it was the Ace. He actually used DS, so we didn't use DS in the first chase. I'm not too sure why. Um, and I would believe that because he doesn't have it off this chase, he missed it. So that's something I have put together in the past like couple seconds because I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think that just adds to like why their time is not as efficient as they should be. We are actually going to get a really nice play onto the stairs there. Quite a forbidden tech there, able to get the stair tech going. Little crouchy crouch, but yeah, nah. Monkey just going to live out he or she's last couple minutes on this trial. But yeah, nah, very interesting, Tavi, to note that missing the DS there. I can't lie.
Yeah, whether or not it was intentionally missed or not, I can't speculate. So not intentionally missed, like intentionally like not hit, or whether it was missed, I can't really speculate. But whatever it was, I feel like FTP definitely like sealed the Ace's fate because soon as Ethos went down, then suddenly then Monkey has to pull, and then you lose DS. So whatever is the case, it's going to be the death at 4 gens left. A71 still has an injury on the board, so. The survivors really can't have too much progress on the gens because the others also did reset. So if someone just looking for the next chase does find someone around main, and I think it was also reset as well around main. But A71's actually not interested, just gonna rotate to the bot side again and try and catch someone off guard. But I think the only person who could be here is Smokey, right? I mean, they are around here. They are very, very nicely stealth. So A71 is not going to be able to capitalize off the pressure too much. Just going to passively wait out some of the opponent cobs. Does find, actually, no, it does find the scratch marker. So we'll decide to chase this for the time being. But again, death of 4, very comfortable spot for A71 to be in. And Smokey actually does get the drop off, so at least he's lasting this chase. But he's going to slowly run out of pallets here, so let's just see what the Juice can do. Oh, okay, A71 leaves this, but I find that really interesting, John, because even though he gets attacked here, I feel like Smokey was kind of in a dead zone, so he was able to commit, potentially able to commit there now. I don't know, I guess chasing Nancy in the same spot, so it doesn't really matter, but I don't know. It's like switching between players. Seems to be working out pretty well. Actually, he gets a second tag onto Ethos here, so I think he should definitely commit this one because Ethos does have the medkit, but he's just gonna leave again. And I'm honestly, I don't like what I'm seeing because Jams, I think, like I kind of remember in the past when you're like trying to go and bounce between players. Even in a 3v1, things can go wrong. You can get stealth. You can get outplayed. You can get like edge mapped, and I think I was concerned in the past, but now these concerns are going to turn to A71.
I mean, yeah, it's a valuable concern to have. It's, you know, valid as well. But I don't think he's in it. I just don't think Desolous is in a spot to be able to put him on the back foot here. You know, there's no resets happening. We're just sort of sitting on gens, and you know, the potential just goes down every time. You know, he comes back and forth like this. The discipline needs to be there, and Sith actually just going down very early on the ping. Probably didn't anticipate that, but yeah, I'd know. I like something I like to say is, you know, you can win a game, you know, win a match, just from the PMBs if you get them right. And yeah, I think it's fair to say Desolous are not getting any extra points for the PMBs for this one. Yeah, I don't know, constantly letting Blight slip through. Not even just Desolous. This is a lot of teams that just let Blight slip through against Leopard. I don't know, maybe Blight, people just confident on the Blight, but yeah, I don't know. They have like, I didn't even realize too. This is A7, so this is not even Thomas. This is A7, so this is one of your local bilingual commissioners rocking up, and that's actually really nice. Little like, what do you call those, like little S flick in the door there, little maneuver. Yeah, he's just spreading the pressure around in the 3v1. Going back to before though, yeah, I definitely think that DS was just missed. I don't know, I would have liked to just see, I don't know why the FTP came in. We're actually sandwiching each other on a door there, so I don't know, the coordination from Desolous maybe just not there on the Blight set. Yeah, I don't know, I don't know, you know, hindsight, I don't think the FTP was the play there onto that, onto Monkey. I would have liked, I mean, well, what happened? Either he comes back and he tunnels Monkey, or, you know, he comes back and, you know, takes a tag for the unhook. And obviously, because you're not broken from the FTP, you're able to get away and at least die in the corner. And, you know, on the contrary, Tavi, what, he chases the other bro who, you know, remains to be seen, but, you know, he had the perk DS. We'll just say benefits doubt that he had it up, even though I'm pretty positive he did actually miss it. Regardless, though, in a normal situation where things aren't, you know, DSs aren't getting missed like that, you know, that's just still not the worst scenario. I'm sure it's a bit awkward for the survivors, but at least they can bounce back from that. You have DS being chased, you get a couple of resets going, and, you know, in the background of me speaking, Sith is going to just be dead as well. So that is 6 hooks, or rather 2 deaths at 4 gens here. This 5 gen is very, very chugging away as well, and there's no pre-leaving from Smokey. Just, you know, I'm just not seeing anything that I need to see from the big man. You know, I think they just caught a bit on, like I said, on the back foot here. Not really much going for them on this Blight set, to be completely honest. You know, what a demoralizing, you know, to have a great start like that, essentially having the best build you could have be chased, and then to hear the comms of Miss DS, that would have been crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say that's the reason they got 4K forward, but I think we probably could have seen a bit more of a respectable result if that DS was able to come through. But yeah, nah. Well, I don't know. Nothing to take away from A7. Like, just clean rushes, clean. I guess just say clean awareness. Just knows where to go, when to go there. Chose to slug at the right time with information, which is always a plus. You know, I think what you were saying before, Tavi. You know, things can go wrong in those 3v1s with the Blights, and Usually that just stems from Blight slugging with no information, or just slugging when not necessary in general. Uh, I think that just goes to every set. It's probably emphasized a bit more on Blight because you can get away with it a bit more slugging because you got that high mobility. Billy, Blight, probably the best two. Nurse is also another one, but I'd say Blight's definitely the main suspect here for this. But yeah, we do find Ethos here, and he's actually we're actually able to Smokey was actually able to evade A7-1 during that last chase, but yeah, I suspect this will just be a 4K4. If you are just recently joining us, I think it's worthy to note there is no Paradox Singularity today, so quite unfortunate that that is not going to be being viewed by the eyes of all of us, but it will be Smokey on the replacement. So either way, you don't really you're not losing there. Paradox and Smokey are both pretty good singularities, but yeah, I mean, I pointed it out because I just feel like Desolous is just on the back foot already. I don't know if they picked Singularity with an anticipation of playing Paradox. I would hope not, because that would be super demoralizing, but yeah, I don't know. We're just going to round out the last couple of seconds of this game, Tavi, and 4K4, pretty monstrous, yeah. Pretty monstrous result. Yeah, wow. I don't know what to say. There wasn't really much to depict from this set, Tavi. I think it was just I don't want to use the word uncoordinated, bro. It seems so unfair to say, but it's just the ability that A7 has to make teams look not as good as they should. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't, I don't think anyone really gives a shit. Just show off your mechanics, show off that you can play the killer that you've been put on to play. And honestly, if you do 4K Leopard here in this instance, that's like a mental note going into like the next trial as well, Tavi, because it goes two ways. Like either they panic a little bit because they're getting 4K'd, or they get tilted because they're getting 4K'd. I mean, there is a third option where they just don't care. But if it was me, bro, and I got 4K'd by a player that I thought, not even a player, but just a team that I thought we had the clear advantage against, I wouldn't be happy. So, like I said, he has nothing to lose, bro, Big Scythia, because in this occasion, Leopard does have the advantage. But yeah, Tavi, yeah, go on, son, is what I'm trying to say. Dig in is what I'm going. Have a crack.
I am definitely agreeing with you on the mental aspect of this game because, believe it or not, I think comp DBD is if it wasn't a year ago, it is now very, very close to being an official esport because we have teams, we have a really, really decent prize pool, so like the mental part of DBD is very, very important. So if Sid can go for even a win here, that would be like completely incredible. But Upper is gonna just be playing out the pallet, just trying to delay the chase. So it won't give the fast down. Corrupt is also nearly 1 minute gone, but yeah, again, this down should follow shortly, and Sith really does have to like turn up the heat after this, because again, as I was saying before, mental is very, very important. If he can secure a very solid result on the Blight, it could potentially turn things for the better for the Survivor. Sorry, not for the Survivor, for Leopard's Survivor set. They could maybe try and force out some errors there, but Sith's gonna decide to slug and just try and play for the win con, which is acceptable. But unfortunately, the Gen is going to pop in the face, and he's gonna get crouch tech as well. Oh, that's gonna feel terrible. But it is Thomas getting chased, so no big worries there, because it is yeah, Mr. Thomas. So I think this Blight set's already slipped from Sith's fingers, but again, it's probably to be expected due to that win condition that was required.
Yeah, I mean, he's not looking too bad right now. He's actually playing the fillers quite lovely, forcing zone break in every occurrence of his 5 rushes. So that's really good to see. A lot of Blights sometimes struggle to even make that happen. But yeah, no, he's actually not even playing too bad mechanically. The slug, it is what it is. You kind of have to slug if you want to at least attempt to win. So no one's going to not penalize him for that. But yeah, overall, like I said, son, just show us the mechanics. Show us what you can do. I think he's playing really well right now. I think as we were saying at the start, Horse, we are able to step away. Tomas we still haven't realized if you're Sith. We've actually stepped all the way back to main Tavi. Resetting even now, just in the bro's face at the window. So good on Thomas there to be able to just live for years. The former Leopard Blight, obviously being taken up by A7 today, but yeah, no, I don't know, Brula. Like, if you're Leopard, there's not really much to dissect. Just play strong, play hard. Make sure you don't give him free shit. Um, is that legacy on no score as well? I didn't actually know that the bro had the legacy pants. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful to see. So a little bit of a flex from no score there. Wow. I mean, I don't want to get too fanboy, but pretty cool. But we are going to get caught on the window, Stavros, and yeah, again, like I said, you just got to play hard here. Both sides have to just play hard, regardless of the outcome. We actually get through the panel too, big shit. So, I mean, yeah, I was literally about to exclaim. I think the gen's gonna pop as he hooks, but even earlier than that, Tavi. So, GG's to Leopard. I think, standard stuff here. You'll see at least 6 or 7, wink, wink, from this game. Maximum 8, 9. If Sith, gets those, what's those last two? I think Ivy and Thomas are the last two freshers. Whoa, I wonder what Sith's doing here, but yeah, Jen's popping in the background. Well played overall. Not much to really take away from it, Tavi. Everyone really knows what we've got in front of us here, and I think we're just expecting, maybe not expecting, but we're hoping the bro can perform some good magician rushes around these tiles here, which that's a good little add to the arsenal there on the notepad. Couple rushes down inside the tile. He doesn't look bad on the blight, bro. He does not look bad at all. There you go, able to zone away from the tile as well and get it down on the pallet. So yeah, honestly, Tavi, he doesn't look bad at all, bro. He looks really good. Looks really, really good on the blight. Shout out the bro Sith. Good shit, big fella.
I mean, Leopard's definitely done their fair share. Thomas, I think, pretty much turned the game on his own, but sorry, I got a bit of phlegm. I was gonna comment something about this 6 or 7 stages joke, but I decided to cop instead. So, as you can see here, no score is the next one being chased. It is kind of caught around main. Does not have light to play with, but Sith is already making some plans to head elsewhere. Does take the pop on the generator and head back to the hook. Notice that we do have 2 injuries on the board. The actual reset comes through really, really quickly from Thomas. So I think that was probably the medkit being used. But Upper is just going to get tagged for this for pretty much for free and should be going down. That being said, though, the perks that Mr. Upper has in the back pocket is Dead Hard and Decisive. So Sith is in for a nice little treat once Upper does go down. But I don't even know if the Decisive will be active because we look at this, there's final 2 generators are going to pop very, very soon. And I think Upper needs to kind of like force a lock at this point. Otherwise, yeah, the Decisive is going to run out. But so the Decisive is not going to run out. The Gen's going to pop in time. And yeah, that's the Decisive coming through. Upper's just going. The flashlight save! But Ivy misses it! No! I think the ping came through, but that's still going to be the 4th stage kill to set. So nothing too terrible. Actually, hold on, that's the 2nd stage. Oh, I thought he got hooked. I thought he got hooked again. But never mind. 3 stages for Sith at the moment, and looks to be around 4. So yeah, very well played to Leopard. I think Sith, yeah, just unable to meet that win condition. Kind of change the game plan. So hopefully we do see Desolous reset for this Singularity set. All Leopard has to do again is just keep up this great work. And yeah, they should be in for a solid result. Again, it's up to Smokey now, who should be playing Singularity for Desolous to set standard in the next set. Because they did pick it, so they're 1 set down now. Hopefully you can see something very nice from Smokey.
Stavy, I think something that we need to recognize as we load into this trial here as well, as I was sort of reiterating before, every single set win is just, or every single set is just so important. You get 1 point, that literally gives you the advantage over, teams that maybe slack off and don't get a set win that they should probably win. You know, I think it's fair to say, Tavi. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I think for the most part, you know, without context, of course, you should be winning. Well, maybe not should be, but you know, usually, you know, Team A wins their pick, Team B will win their pick, and then the tiebreaker will usually just be won by the more disciplined team. That's usually what we'll see amongst more experienced teams, right? Of course, when you get to the more inexperienced teams, you know, you see, you know, the other teams 2-0ing, of course, and just by the level of skill level they have. And it is Suffo to Tavi. And I'm not too sure about the camera placements on this map. This is going to be a new adventure even for me, but I'm going to predict, I don't know, I'm just going to predict 4K1 right now. I love Big Smokey. I think he'll perform.
I think the last Singu set I saw was from Mo. He got 4K2, I think. Was it 4K? Or maybe it wasn't. No, hold on. It was Mo and Pig fighting it out. Yeah, and there was like maybe 5-stage versus 4K2 from Pig. Anyway, that was kind of insane stuff, but it does show you like the potential of Singu on Macmillan. I do agree though, Drums, with the assessment of like trying to take at least one set point. Because I think a lot of teams are kind of caught up with the fact that they need to win the entire series. Like, oh, okay. Unfortunate little stick there for Ivy. But yeah, I think like similar to last season, like there were some times where just like a simple 2-1 was enough to push a team up an extra spot in the in the top two, and then allowed them to go towards the quarterfinals. So yeah, I do hope Smokey can pull off something really solid here for his 5 set, because again, I'm not entirely confident on their part, but yeah, he's got a fairly alright first chase going on. It is taking a while for him to get this down, and it does seem like someone was in the background, but Ivy's going to get down anyway despite this through the EMP, and Smokey is going to skill its first hook just before Corrupt does end. But just as I say that, the first generator pops and things are already looking a little bit dicey, because a second one could pop soon. If that other survivor had just been sitting a gen, then maybe we could see another gen pop. But yeah, I feel like already it's a pretty nice start for Leopard. They've already managed to reset with the EMPs, and they're looking very solid on the gen. So yeah, maybe not 4K1. I don't know, Drums.
I only predict 4K1 because I do know that you either get, you know, the top right 3 gen, so you get your 12, your 1, your 3, or you get your bottom left, which is, you know, what Smokey's are opting to hold now, which is, I believe he's got, you know, 6, 7, and 8 there, or 6, 7, 9, so he's got good gens down that bottom side, and Ivy's hooked in the middle of them. Again, as a completely unbiased, you know, viewer, quite good friends with both of these teams, actually. Smokey's one of my good friends, as well as A7, and, you know, there's not really someone that I would like to witness, to be honest, Harvey. But no, you're exactly right, bro. Like, last season, a couple 2-1s were enough to just put you over the edge. And that gave you what you needed to, you know, like, essentially, if you get 2-1'd every week, and they're all losses, you still have a great chance to make the finals, Stavros. I think you can statistically still make it if you lose every week, but 2-1. I think you're actually statistically more likely to make it. That could just be complete baloney. But no, honestly, yeah, we're going to see the pool. I think that was Ivy hitting seconds as well, and we're not even going to get the FTP. We are going to get the FTP on. It wasn't really worth it, though. Ivy's health state kind of just is going to get diminished in 2 seconds. Oh, beautiful teleport there from Smokey. He cut down, like, acres of distance there, even though we are going to make the shack. Oh, the overclock's going to run out in our last second, and Ivy's going to be able to make it up to that one side of the map, and yeah, that's pretty unfortunate for Smokey. If you know, just a little insight, if I'm on the side of Leopard right now, I would be hauling us double that bloody mid-gen while Ivy lasts out our chase here, because, you know, if they don't finish that gen Tavi for, what has happened here? Why have we not vaulted that? What has gone wrong? Ivy?
Ping. Right? We have like
I mean,
120 ping.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, you are right. I didn't know overclock was that quick. I thought you could still make that. I don't have the, my gank thing is muted, so I was unaware if they double vaulted, and that's why it looked awkward from my end. But yeah, I thought Ivy had potential to extend their life there. Again, if I'm wrong, I completely apologize. But yeah, they did actually double that gen target, not double, but they did actually get that gen finished. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. So completely ignoring the advice from me. And this is why I predicted I think it'll be a 4K one. Although I do have to note that I think Leopard's discipline does give them not even the worst chance to out this. I think this is definitely outable, but yeah, I mean look at the gens, Tavi. Look what killer you're on. True?
I don't have too much experience on Sopho 2. I only had a couple of blight squims on it, but I can definitely see the potential of this 3-gen. That's a beautiful little vault there. Come on, Jake. But again, like the 3-gen, it at first it doesn't seem holdable until again the map knowledge of like that choke point is known, and then once I know that, then I can definitely say that this 3-gen is much more dangerous. The reason I say that is because, again, number one, we're on Singularity. Even with exhaustions, it's going to be difficult to avoid tags. Number two, like, again, that choke point is going to make it very, very difficult to go away from this top side. So A1Q is going to take the first tag here, not A71, by the way, just making sure no one gets confused like that, like I did. And he's going to take a tag onto Jake too, so pretty surprising, but very, very nicely done. That's going to force Jake away from this region. And I think A1Q might just get down here. I mean, he does make the win. No, he does not make the window. Okay, Smokey does not have Melbourne ping. But yeah, that's a really big deal because now this down in the 3-gen is going to force this Thomas away from it. So it's actually going to be heel hook too. So this is not looking great. 4K1 definitely possible. I'm not trying to take away from the likelihood of it happening, but I'm saying it's possible. Because I don't know the likelihood. I can't really assess the likelihood. But Thomas is gonna get caught out here and teleported onto. He does have a pallet to work with, but I don't think it matters too much. Does take the light away, but Smokey misses the swing. That's huge because that tag would have meant so much. Now, now Thomas can get away from this without even a tag. Smokey has to break his pallet. I don't know if he wants to commit this chase because the reset's happening potentially in the background. The second win, and he just has to head back to the 3-gen. So yeah, our survivors managed to reset that really, really beautifully. Just that one mistake from Smokey from swinging from Thomas's light means that that was all for nothing, pretty much. He got like 2 pallets or something out of the way, but now like it's kind of like back even, Johns. That's what I'm assessing.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I think the second win procking there definitely was able to put it back in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was what actually was benefiting. I think that's why Smokey panicked in the end. He wanted to go back, maybe get a free tag. I think he probably knew he wasn't going to stop the second win there. I think he was just trying to create a bit more diversion amongst their team comms per se. But yeah, no, this gen's chugging Tavi. So maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just overestimating the power of the Singularity 3-gen. But very interesting build on the side of Smokey. I don't know if this is like your go-to Singu build these days. I don't really play Singularity nor care about Singularity, but from what it's worth, I enjoy playing against it as a survivor. I've never touched the killer, so I couldn't even tell you the 2 add-ons he has right now, Tavi. But yeah, no, he's playing it. He's playing it well, regardless of what happens here. I think excuse me, he needs to find A1Q, I believe, is the last fresh, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Whoever the last fresh is, I believe he just needs to find. And also, yeah, I did make that same mistake as well. I thought A7 and A1Q were the same person, but PSA, they are not the same person. But I know I did make that same mistake too, Tavi, so don't worry yourself, big fella. But yeah, Sun Jin Woo here at the shack. I believe this is too slow, if I'm not mistaken. Just playing max distance. Nothing really else to say. They're just pre-leaving. Yeah, again, look at these early pre-leave. Early pre-leave. And this is a really good showcasing on the Survivor side. This is how you play against Singularity, but Tomas going to have to be a bit careful here because he's taking a hit into the 3-gen Tavi, which is little bit scary, on the most active as well.
He's so in control,
Oh!
and he just gets two tapped. That's a bit of a lacking from Thomas, I think. A bit of a miscommunication
He's a
from
game changer.
the. Yeah, it is because now actually Smokey knows where the other two survivors are. With the option, you can just go ahead and take a free tag and a free infection
Oh,
onto this, and he actually gets one onto our Jake as well. So too slow as well. He's gonna have to get an EMP eventually, and luckily though he does manage to avoid the teleports from Smokey's camera, so really really good awareness. That's beautiful. I would probably have panicked there, but he's gonna get teleported on, takes a window, and this chase is very very important because this is like every second here. It's gonna be an extra second for A1Q. The comms have to be really really strong here for able to take this away, but that's a missed fastball, and seems like A1Q is sticking the generator, so Too Slow might be able to get the pickup in time, but suddenly things have just gone completely wrong, and I feel like, yeah, Thomas, that one mistake was just enough to like completely
oh,
destabilize it, and now it's a 4K1. Yeah, the first hooks didn't matter at all because Payne was not in the trial. Doesn't matter anyway because that gen is obviously not going to get done. So Smokey, I think maybe to the surprise of Leopard, does secure 4K1. They were looking really strong throughout most of this trial, but then that 1-2 tap onto Thomas, and it suddenly goes out of control. So now Desolous, they have a chance to claw it back for sure, for sure. Like, they get a good start for the survivors, similar to Leopard's start. They get a gen done for the first chase, for example, and they're in a good spot to potentially take it away. So, yeah, hopefully Desolous can take that like important set win here. Even if they, again, as we were discussing earlier, even if they don't win the series, that one set win is pretty much half a win in like half an entire series win. As yeah, 1 point is a lot. So I, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to expect in the next trial.
nah, well said, Tavi. And I just want to, Smoky buddy, if you're watching, I just want to let you know I predicted 4K1 from the start of the trial before anything happened, buddy. So, you know, well played, I guess, big fella. You made me proud. But no, standard stuff, I think, for Smoke. I don't even think Leopard looked like on the Survivor side. They looked shocky. Like the end 3v1, like the very very end outcome. You know, the shenanigans at the end. That was a bit. You know, that was just a product of, you know, the what you said, the Thomas sort of two tap. Maybe just a little bit of mixed comms and trying to stick the gen when you did it best, Tavi. There you go. Depicted the myth. Desolous officially confirmed by great Tavi himself to have the hardest bracket. So anyone else complaining out there, you don't have any reason to. Nah, I'm only kidding, but no, I would agree, bro. I would 100% agree. They definitely
He's
did
not
get
great,
stiffed.
man.
Yeah, I mean, you got no OCE teams in your group, so you don't have any in-house matchups for the whole season, and that's based off, you know, them having if they make finals. Even if they make finals, you know, that doesn't even mean that they're going to be versing an OCE team in the first round or however deep they make it. So yeah, no, I would have to agree, bro. Out of all the teams in the competition right now, Desolus by far have the roughest go. You know, playing on ping every single week, playing arguably, you know, I could be wrong by saying this, but I believe they have Lirisan, Requimish, Harden, and obviously Leopard. Like that's four like
Yeah, you're
top
right.
teams. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like Harden have taken teams like Bleed Outs to like the very, very end point of matches where they've only just been bested by a JD killer, which is something that a lot of people have been bested by. You know, like you were saying before, bro, Requimish, just a, I was going to say budget version, but that would be a bit of a disrespect. More of a buffed up version, I should say, of last season's team we saw. Um, Obviously, you know which one I'm referring to, Tavi, but yeah, then Lirisan Marine, bro. Like, personally, I've versed Lirisan. I've had a lot of experience with Lirisan. I've versed them a lot of times in the past 2 months, 3 times actually to be exact. And I'm not even afraid to say, bro, they kick my ass every single time, bro. Every single time they just absolutely obliterate me. And You know, bro, like I'm just kind of emphasizing. Oh, this is a super ugly weapon. I think it's one of the default weapons. Tavi, correct me if I'm wrong. I do not like that way that hangs there, but yeah, nah, I just, you know, I feel for Desolous, bro. But I just want to know they're playing so well. Take a set of they actually won last week as well, Tavi. So, you know, them just, you know, getting outs in this set or popping 4K0, like we were mentioning before, which is going to be the win for them. Just popping all five. Like, they've already won, bro. You know what I mean? They've already sort of won in that regard. And I know you know exactly what I mean, because they have put themselves in a great position already. Well, Smokey has, I should say.
I mean, again, it all depends on the survivor set. Smokey could do 4K1. It has to be met from this side of it. Angel's having a very, very nice first chase here, so it's gonna take a bit of time off his Ivy to just try and get the teleport onto, I think that was Ethos, also known as Jigian, but it does manage to get the MP off in time and get out of range. So Ivy's off to similar start to Smokey, but I think Smokey already had an injury at this time. So I think Ivy does have to pick up their game here, because even though the survivors are taking time off getting the EMPs, no doubt the generators are going to be going slowly. And Ivy's build is also a little bit more aggressive than Smokey's last trial, having the Pain Res and Eruption and Call of Brine. That's 3 regressions as well as the Corrupt. And it does manage to tag Sith here, but it's the only tag going to be available in this, because look at this already. Angel's off this, off the infected. Sith already got rid of it, so it doesn't get teleported on. Ethos just gets tagged here, but is managing to find safety. So Ivy's Corrupt has completely run out here. Everyone out there watching this knows that 2 minutes has passed, and Ivy's got pretty much nothing to show for it. I mean, it has 2 eruptions, has 2 infections, but no kind of pressure. Only like got Shagcard out of the way. So yeah, it's looking very, very promising for Desolous. Just as I say that, Caster's Curse. Look at this, Monkey just gets the first tag here. The unfortunate little curse of mine will make sure that he gets chased next, and he does manage to make it towards the main building. I don't know if he makes a window, and it seems like Desolous agrees that they do not. And that's one of the add-ons coming through, I think. So, wow, I guess maybe this chase is not going for much longer, because his first down will finally happen after just over 2.5 minutes, and still yet to see a generator pop, Charms. That is a little bit concerning, even though they're no doubt close. Now the regression is going to come through and make it a little bit harder for Desolous.
No, exactly right, bro. Excuse me, a little bit concerning, bro. You know, the pressure's not really there. I mean, they've got 2 gens 50. It's not the worst like thing I've ever seen. The pain res does come through, so that's gonna knock them back just a little bit. But you know, they've probably got a gen worth of progress with all the gens in the background accumulated up. In the back of my mind would be my prediction. So I'm kind of picturing them at 4 gens right now, which is about where they should be. You know, with another one ready to go, or maybe not ready to go, but you know, chugging away, getting free progress. But what a great pull from Anger there onto Ethos, able to actually get that without a trade, kind of under Ivy's nose as well. Something I noticed, Ivy playing Singularity as well. Very, very fond of Ivy and their work on just the game in general. Survivor, I don't actually recall them actually playing a lot of Killer Tavi, but this is going to be a first for me, watching them play a bit of Killer, and they actually look really, really good on the Killer, even though Ethos, or even just bloody Desolous overall, they're doing a really good job to just last, man. They obviously scrimmed this set. He's going to get hit through this because it's ping, which is so unfortunate. But, you know, I feel like if this was a normal ping matchup, there's that gen that I was talking about before, Tavi, as well. I feel like if this was just a in-house ping matchup, oh man, like, I feel like Desolous would be in a great spot to be able to do something here, but, you know, that ping does favor experienced teams more than inexperienced, so that's something that does have to be mentioned. But yeah, I just saw someone say they were shaking with excitement. That's pretty much how I am right now, bro. You know, when you like kick your leg and, you know, tap it on the, you know, I don't know how to explain it, a little bit of a anxiety vibe. That's what I'm doing right now, and it's only because I think that Desolous can genuinely out this, and yeah, they don't even have to out this, so they just have to 4K0. One thing for Leopard though, he's one thing for Ivy, I should say. The bro Ivy is hooked on top of the most progressed gen, so we're gonna stop the game a little bit, preventing this obviously from getting worked. But the good thing about this is if you're Desolous, bro, you sort of force Ivy to sit here now. So even though Ethos will, you know, sort of probably die on this hook, or I'm assuming there'll be a trade last second. Yeah, Monkey's gonna go in for a trade. It's still good for them. They got a reset in the background. They're gonna have to pick Ethos, and so they're gonna have to pick Monkey. And the sad thing is, I think you're gonna see Anger come in. Not sad, sorry. The major thing is you're gonna see Anger come in. Oh, holding the check. He's a bit late there. Actually, does make it as well, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to see Anger or Sith come in. Smokey's actually not even in this lineup. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, nah, we're just gonna see the bro last here at main. I'm hoping there's gens in the background being popped for that 3v1. But yeah, 4K0. Oh, what happened there?
Body block coming through from
Oh yeah, you're right.
Anger, who I think like must have gotten reset, and it's just gonna allow the chase to go all the way to the top side. So I don't know. Jigian is kind of showing up here. Unfortunately, can't last much longer. I feel like maybe a power save was in the books, but they should have.
Oh!
Oh my god! Hold on, something just fell on my desk. I'm sorry if you heard all that. But oh my god, that was a beautiful flashlight save. That was the first of the season for me, and yeah, far from being dead, Jiggy slash Ethos is still playing this, and Ivy's forced to mind game this. Oh, he's playing the check slots carefully as well, just like the main building, except this time. Oh no, okay, this time he will be going down, but. Question is somebody going to be here for the flashlight save again? Ivy, I think, got stuck on the locker. Now he's forced to play this out again. Finally, the mind games come through, but that was so much time being bought. We also saw an additional reset onto Monkey too. I'll have to pick up my stuff that fell off the desk, but I'm honestly surprised. Wow, like for all that time, there's only that one generator done, and I'm yeah again a little bit concerned for Leopard. Sorry, not for Leopard, for Desolous, because that was beautiful stuff. I think. Like, Ethos managed to last in the main building. The hit tanks are beautiful, trying to exploit the lack of sloppy as well. But somehow they just don't have enough gens to what I would have assumed was optimal. And they have to play out the 3v1, still needing to get one gen done. It's just also going to take a tag, so that's not the best. But, yeah, again, I'm concerned for Desolous here, so... whether they can get that gen done all come down to what we were talking about before, that experience, that like whether they've got the macro, whether they can play patient enough, and it seems like they are they're definitely proving me wrong. Like compared to the Blight set, they're playing this one much more slowly, and they can definitely get that gen done. It's just yeah, they'll have to adapt. Oh, Sid goes down. No. Okay, I'll take the time to pick up what fell from the desk. Yeah. I'll let you take it.
Yeah, you got a big fella. Oh, quite a blunder there from Sith as well. That's a bit unlucky. Just was trying to play for absolute max distance there, not looking behind them. But we are at the Tarkon Tavi, if you can hear me. So that is a good thing. That gen did pop, but the gens he has, Tavi, right? Get this. He's got main, he's got deep 1, and he's got 3. And guess where the bro's hooked? On the 2 tile. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit annoying for Desolous to do something here. I think what you do here is you just sit BL on main here if you still got it intact. Or maybe you don't have BL. You just sit a spin burst or BL on main. Let the bro Monkey come in late here or Anger come in late. And ideally you do all this without, you know, getting an infection. You need to be sitting on this gen right now. Anger needs to be close here, not get found. Or eat Monkey, of course. One of them needs to be close. One of them needs to be around the area. If I actually get a survivor POV swap, if that's all right. Yeah. So this is beautiful. This is exactly what we need. This is exactly what we need. Now, unfortunately for Anger, I believe he's just a little bit. Well, here's the sprint burst for one. I would have liked to see sprint. I would have liked to see them in reverse here, the survivors. I would have liked to see Monkey set up here because he does have the balance. He can last at main, and obviously Anger's able to snipe the pool, which he's already shown in this trial he can do. I don't think he would have been able to snipe that one, but it's always worth having the bro there. Yeah, see if it's even possible. Because Anger's just going to sit on main for free anyway, so that's beautiful. We gotta get the pool. So now what has to happen is Anger has to last, and they have to double. We are going to vault straight into him, so that's not a really good first impression, I guess you could say, to starting off this chase. But, you know, he's not going to make the window on this tile. He's just going to force pull. There is no gen pressure on the map, but I guess he's dead outside of the gens. Don't think he'll be able to drag. This is pain res, which will just hit main. Yeah, I mean, it creates a less awkward start, a less awkward environment now because now like there's no one hooked in the gens, and Ivy can't really play for. Look, actually does know where the reset's happening. It's a very good attentiveness from Ivy, but yeah, I mean, it's still a bit hopeless on the side of Desolous, and I mean hopeless in the fact of there's just no pressure on the gens. I don't see how you're gonna get pressure on the gens with the Ivy. I think he's just going for a... Oh! Oh! So, confirmed. That's what happens when you try to head on the Singularity and Overcharge. It does not work. Mythbusters as well as OSL Tavi, so might have to start a new brand for myself.
think um I think, well, okay, number one, I've never seen that happen before, simply because I've never seen anyone try it. But yeah, Mythbusters 101, fact number 72, Singularity only gets slowed down, like as if he was teleporting to a pallet. So it's just gonna go down, and Ivy is going to follow up with the potential slug. Just gonna leg it towards the main building. Notice that the cameras. Maybe the cameras won't get anyone. I'm not really sure, but just uses the legs, kicks the main with Cold Interruption, and tries to find the stealth. We do see Monkey. Sorry, not. You saw Monkey reset within the strength. That's what I was meant to say. So Anger get the EMP, but Ivy is still not. Oh, okay. I was gonna say Ivy's still not trying to find someone, but does find Monkey in the locker. So either an incredible prediction. Or really good game sense, because I would never have expected that. But Sid's still on the ground as well, and Mr. Ace Anger is going to get found here. Ivy is trying the mind games again, but Ace is playing this like Jiggy. No, the Jiggy goes down, and now Ivy is looking for this 4K1, and this looks quite likely. Again, it's going to be hard for the survivors to get out of this, but again, the cameras are gone from this area, so Ivy, I guess, wasn't prepared for this pickup to happen. So this trial's gonna just keep on lasting, and survivors can still definitely potentially get that 10 down. I think it's regressing though. I think main was kicked with that caller blind, so it's gonna be on like 0 now, which sucks. But at least it's in a somewhat safe spot here. Just to play the jungle gym actually gets away with it. Wow, on ping. So very impressive stuff here from Sith. He's gonna go down though, not being able to force the locker either. I think in time. So now Monkey is it's just gonna go back, pick up Anger, and continue this kind of slugfest. I think Sith is dead though, so this might just be it, right, Jumps? It could just be
Yeah, I think you're right, Tavi, yeah. Oh, I noticed Dead Hard on the Bros build as well. I didn't even know we were allowing Dead Hard on Singularity. Doesn't sound too crazy in theory, although I haven't really thought about it other than longer than 5 seconds because I just realized it just then. But yeah, nah, I mean, it's still well played to Ivy, no matter how you cut it. I would agree though, Tavi. I feel like we should have been seeing outs here, bro. I feel like they had everything they had going for them. You know, they got the beamer save. You know, Anger got the beamer save. The bro was able to last like an extra 20, 30 on the Orman tile. You know, but what we really saw was resets come through, and yeah, that is the 4K1. So that's going to be a tie on the side of both teams, actually. So yeah, I'm not sure what the tiebreaker set is, Tavi, but it's going to remain 1-0 right now to Leopard, which you feel for Desolous, man. That was like their best shot to be able to grab some points in this matchup. Potentially even be able to go into this next set and win the whole thing, which would be quite the story of, you know, the times if we did see that happen. But yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to see that happen.
like he's maybe, if you haven't heard his name, then probably underrated in that at that point, because
Agreed.
yeah, I think he's just like offering these very neutral opinions and making it, I don't know,
He's a
he's making
sponge too,
comp
bro,
more
to be fair.
accessible, you know. Yeah, I mean, okay. I sort of. I just my one tip though, I know he's probably gonna listen, but like yeah, just don't piss him off. Comes from experience, just yeah, don't piss him off. That's all. And yeah, then you should be fine because he's a great guy. Anyway, enough
Hmm.
talking about Monk. Back into the spirits. Um, again, Smoky Spirit. I don't remember what he got last time he played. Probably been like 2 seasons, so I don't have anything to work with. Neither on Leopard because I've not seen him play Spirit either. But again, with A71 and Smoky going to be well, A71 definite candidate. He's in the lobby, and Smoky being the likely candidate for Desolous, we could be seeing this set go either way. Um, though I have to say, like Spirit has changed a fair amount in OSL since I joined the scene. I remember Spirit was a tier 1 killer with a lot of bans. Now it's a tier 2 killer with a couple of bans, which does change the dynamic quite a lot. Especially because I think that also does mean Spirit does get like access to better slowdown perks, so of aggression perks. So I don't know if the like changing of tiers of Spirit is like that's probably more favorable to Spirit, but I don't know if that makes like the gameplay any difference because most of the time what I was seeing was like mid to high stages and 4K ones, and anything outside I think was pretty incredible. So yes, Spirit, I do have a bit of experience to work with, but not with these teams. As we do load in, we see A71 load in with exactly the same build. So exactly the same build as Ivy anyway, and they've spawned on this top side. So can potentially find someone quickly that is the ideal spot for Spirit is, or for any killers to find the first survivor quickly. But oh my gosh, Desolous have been cooking with the builds. Oh my. A71 does go for a swing through the pallet, and Smokey, good awareness here, just goes into the edge map pillar, loses a 50 though, and that is really, really bad because he took the M1. And he is also very passive build, so this is not really a survive one chase. He maybe goes down here. It's like a very, very important that this chase lasts because of his build, but it seems like he's going to win the 50s and play out this chase even longer. He can't make the bounce landing though, that's very unfortunate, but at least he does make the death spot at the edge of the map, so yeah, nice first chase coming through. I think it's a bit shorter than what Desolous wanted. That was just shy of 1 minute, but hopefully that's given enough time for the rotation to come in. So, oof. Luckily for Desolous though, no pain resonance will interrupt this generator. So that fortunate turn of events will mean that this first double will come through, and yeah, that seems alright. Like pretty standard start for. It's oh okay. He actually managed to make pain as well. Okay, I was gonna say it's gonna look good for Desolous, but then suddenly that Painless comes through and oof, it's not looking the best, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I would. I don't know. I don't know why Monkey's sitting Shaq there. I don't agree with that play at all. I would like to see
Yeah, I don't.
him or her go sit on a different gen in that instance. Not too sure what that interaction was. We just stood on the spot and 360'd. But yeah, we're going to take a chase straight onto Monkey down deep six again. This is where most of the bros want to die. We're actually just opting to 360 in the open as our counterplay to the Spirit there. So very interesting. I can't say that I have not done it myself before, but we're going to take a chase out onto Smokey. A slug's going to happen, and I think you would agree, Tab. That's not really a good position now. This is kind of a really bad spot for Desolous because if Smokey just gets tapped, it's sort of just over. He does have balance and makes the shack though, so not a two tap, which is good to see. Well done, Big Smoke. You're playing well today, son.
He's done a good job to extend his first chase. I feel like that first injury was a bit quick, but we managed to recover from this. Monkey gets picked up in the distance, and Smokey plays out this pallet. He does go down though, tries to evade it, but it's bought enough time for the reset as well to occur. But as we know, like if you go for these like risky plays, Monkey goes down. You get the resets in, but uh, on the other hand, you don't have the gen pressure as high as you wanted it. So Smokey's gonna hit the second hook. Doesn't have any anti-tunnel to work with except for this BL around this area, and I hope he does do like the 30 FPS BL of the oil truck, but I don't think anyone is insane enough like me to go on 30 FPS DVD. But anyway, yeah, A71's looking real solid and confident on Spirit. He's hit pretty much every phase, so I I'm smelling a 4K. I'm gonna send out a prediction. 4K one I think would be pretty ideal for Desolous, but I it's gonna be hard to go for that. So yeah, I don't know why are they working Shack though. Like drums, like I feel like um every time I've gone into Records Yard, I've always talked about double or nothing on Shack, and what? Yeah, what? It's just so confusing to me. Anyway, whatever. Nancy's gonna get the trade, and Smokey's gonna take this last chase. Hopefully, it can last long, Johns, because this is very critical.
Hold on, Stavros. Yeah, I don't like the play of sitting on Shaq here. I think you just need to piss off and go do something else. That was crazy from Smoke as well. I think he would have got hit with endurance there anyway, so I don't think it would have mattered too much. But yeah, he's gonna have to live. I think he has Crane down 11, so I would hope he just legs it there. He's just dead dead mid 12, and that just spells trouble for Desolous now. So maybe you're right, Tyler. He's setting himself up for 4K3 is A7-1, but. Yeah, I don't know. We've basically, had a bloke or two, sort of pressuring mid, sorry, Shaq, and he's just put it back to 0 like 2 or 3 times here. And, honestly, I'm, yeah, any experienced, player, would make the com. You need to double or you just need to leave it for later on, which can obviously be the detriment. That's why the doubling option is there. But some teams choose to send Chase first Shaq, which is obviously just as good. It's not you can't go wrong with that, Tavi, of course. But yeah, I think Desolous went for the option of just hopefully having a good chase and lasting down deep. Again, I'm not sure why we were singling the Shaq though. Pretty interesting, but this has been a great chase from Angar. He's dead all the way down 11. I'm not too sure if the brother's pain res. If the brother is pain res, and that's a bit unlucky because we are doubling. He actually is pain res, and we are going to get a pain res from this. So I'd probably send up Sith now and then have Monkey Stealth for this. And when the bro comes back, oh, we've got no one setting up for it, Tavi. This is interesting.
I have no idea what I'm looking at, but I guess Desolous is just gonna stealth away from the generator, losing valuable time getting percentages, and I feel like one of them should either be, I guess okay, maybe the Nancy Sith was playing for this deep top gen, but A71 has good clear view of it and sees the knowns on it, and now I'm talking about generators. Oh my, that is a very nasty 4gen on the side of the map as Sith does resume progress on this Gen 5. It's like it's hard. He does manage to stealth away though. That's huge, being able to avoid the tag. But I think it should buy enough time in the distance. So it's still like a very careful balance between these two teams because now Sith gets tagged. Now he's gonna go down in the 4gen, even with I think Lithe proc. I don't know if he can get away from this. So it's just not looking the best. Nice little tap there and A7-1. Yeah, it's seems to me like 4K2 just looking at the gen setup, but yeah, there's definitely potential for like things to go wrong for A71. He just managed to get the 2-tap, and now we're back to this very difficult spot. It's survivors, and it's yeah, I don't know. I guess now they have to work Shack drums because I think the window is placed on the other side. No, it's actually facing towards, yeah, okay. So it's like Shack's very difficult to work. This generator here is also a little bit difficult to work. I mean, it's I don't know. They definitely have to like, oh, they can't be giving away free tags because that's way too much time given away.
No, exactly right, Tav, but I don't really see any people being caught out from the bird's eye here, so that's kind of good for Desolous. We actually do catch someone out here at this filler, and we're actually just going to pre-leave his anger. Well played him, the sprint burst player. We are going to get the pull as well. So really well played there from Desolous, able to convert on that clean pull. That was really good communication from them on their end, and yeah, hopefully Sith left side is just dead in terms of generators, so he needs to try and get up all the way 11 as far as possible. I don't think he makes this. He doesn't, unfortunately, but even just making this location here is a little bit better than where he died before. Worst, instead of getting drag 6, he gets drag 7 now, mid 7, which again isn't the best, of course, but it's not. Oh, fuck, you could argue this is even a better hook, to be honest. I mean, they can sit on 3 for free now and do the same shit they just did, but we need to be dying up 11 here. The issue was we died on the gens. That's the problem.
Yeah. Sith died like mid 7, got dragged deep 6, which I think pretty much was only for the pain res. And now with this slightly more shallow hook, A71 should have a bit better line of sight and like should try and defend this generator. And it's pretty much down to time now. Like most comp games are down to time, but this one I think especially so because the difference between 4K1 and 4K2 is extremely noticeable. Like every extra generator adds so much more pressure on the opposing side's team. Oh, on the contrary, it relieves pressure from your team to play killer. So um, that's a nice stun from Anga. He's gonna take the Champion of Light and try and get away from this, but I don't think, again, he's kind of run out of resources, doesn't have exhaustion or dead hard to work with. So he has only got the Jukes, and he will get downed here. So um, it is very worth it to note the location of this. So they have Desolous have been managing to like what do you call it? Like jump between the death locations to force like the gens progress through. But again, as I was saying before, it's only going to come down to time. Like, can the chase has gone for a couple of extra seconds longer? And it seems like Monkey is going to say yes. It will grabs a stab, grabs a stun through the pallet, and just runs away for free. And yeah, A71's kind of more interested in the generator and trying to kick it because this is the only one that can really have any progress. So. Our survivors have managed to convert the time into like a better hook location, but already most of the time's run out, and you can see here Sith's forced to go in for the pull, but very luckily A71's nowhere near close, so he's gonna have to force the chase onto Mr. Ejigian slash Monkey instead. And Monkey, I don't know if he can make it that far, like doesn't have any strong exhaustion to work with, so
What?
he should just be going down. But
What?
oh, I think that was audio occlusion tech or something where you're like going between surfaces, and that actually worked out. You won't be able to go any better with death location, arguably worse death location, but at least it's more time ball for survivors, and they aren't death hook either. So now Dead Hard is available for our survivor side, and I think Monk will probably have something to say about that one. I'm gonna watch chat for that in 10 minutes.
I mean, I mean, he's taking a pain res here. I believe, yeah, this is pain res. So pretty good initiative, and overall macro from the bro A7. As I said, the bilingual commissioner himself, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. You said it was arguably a death worth spot. I can't not agree with that. I think that's a pretty good take, but doesn't really necessarily mean the world's over. I don't know why we're working mid 6 in this scenario. Like, again, I don't want to be the ultra arsehole and just critique, but I really do want to see Desolous be the very, very best they can be. And, in this situation, we have to just be splitting deep 6 and deep 2 here. Like, there's no other options. You've chosen to leave Shaq to the last minute. It's actually unironically worked out for you because, you've actually got pretty decently split gens with, 2, 6, and, Anger here, beautiful, dying 11. This is exactly where we need to be dying every single time. Unfortunately for Anger, it might be, yeah, I think it's just going to be too late for Anger, which is the problem. And he is deaf, like you said, Stavros. But yeah, I mean, we don't even pop this. Yeah, we don't pop that. So
No.
overall, yeah, I don't know. A couple of things on Desolous' side that I want to see happening a little bit more next time I see them play. You can't really blame them. They're versing a powerhouse team here. Oh, Sith getting a bit anxious there and just choosing to pre-drop that. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see another gen pop in this trial, Tavi.
I don't think so. That's like the small little bits of optimizations, I think, I just added up over the trial and allowed that generator to stay in the trial for A71 to defend. Again, with Monkey having dead hard and Sith being full health state, like that gen had potential of being completed there, but it was close, but it wasn't close enough. Like maybe again 10 seconds of doubling would have secured that through it takes. But now we're looking at 4K2 potential. I don't think our survivors have any other reset options anymore. Okay, Monkey has inner strength, but no real way to reset Sith now, and Sith's also just gonna down hook. So yeah, 4K2, very very impressive by A71. I don't really know what I don't really know how this happened. Just to like put it out there because again, 4K2 is a bit more like killer favored result. But I don't really know what happened on the side of Desolous. Perhaps Smokey's first chase was a little bit too short. Maybe like now I think about it, maybe the progress on Shack generator, maybe if that was put into another generator, it would have saved a bit of time elsewhere. But yeah, it's just like Desolous do have a task ahead of them on the survivor set. So not on the survivor set, on the killer set, because however good Smokey is at Spirit, 4K2 is by no means an easy task for him to achieve. So yeah, Monkey's gonna get reset at least with inner strength though, and it's gonna continue this trial. And if they can get an escape through the hatch or a generator done, um, it would be ideal for them. But again, it's a Spirit, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult with the mobility available to them.
Yeah, no, lovely said, Tyler, from yourself. You know, it's just, quite interesting to just gauge, what's happening overall between these two teams. It's like I said earlier in the night, bro. It's two different very levels, skill levels. Sorry, two different levels of what's what I'm looking for, Tavi, experience and skill. So like, you look at Leopard, they have the guns, they have the powerhouses, they have the goats, and then you look at Desolous, they also have some pretty good players as well. Let's not take the credit away from them, but like it's just hard to compare to like blokes who have been doing it for years and years, and you know, even B1, bro. So I should say Ivy, like, fuck, bro. Just to come in, play Singularity, secure a nice result for your team. It's just that type of luxury you're giving yourself, and I'm not sure what the fuck the bro's doing. That's just gonna be the bro at the hatch, Tavi. So, players I would assume that you'd go 2 and 6 there and just die. Even if you have to die deep six, you chase on six, die deep six, pop two. Even Shack and six from that point on is not a bad point. But yeah, Smokey is pre 100 spirit, so I don't know. Fingers crossed. I can't back you in this time again, buddy, because that would be too. I mean, if I don't, I just think it's a little bit improbable. But I'll say he gets a 4K0 here. Stabby. Oh, so the bro's vanished into the wind. Lot of stress, kind of a usual occurrence at this point. For the bro to just duck out and duck back in every 2 minutes. Bro's on a laptop, ladies and gentlemen, on a laptop. So yeah, I'm not too sure what we're seeing from Smokey. I think he's having a few PC issues, if I'm not mistaken. He's kind of just standing still, and we're just sitting on gens for free across the map. Can I get the killer cam, please? We're getting confirmation from our referee that the server is lagging. We'll just have to get confirmation in from Desolous' side here that he actually is, on a higher ping than what is believed. But yeah, I think we'll just go into a set restart, no fault, assuming everything goes right here. I don't think we'll play this one out, so I mean we could just assume they will play it out. We'll act if they are gonna play it out, but we are dead. We're chasing right now. If you're I mean we're chasing, so obviously the ping has fixed itself, maybe just a few issues on Smokey's end. What the fuck was that? We are gonna get a tag onto no score there. And overall, yeah, not bad from the bro. He's on 60 ms is Smokey, so he's on a little bit higher than usual. But I think this is just his internet issue here. I think the survivor's ping and his ping is fine. I think this is usually just standard. I think he's being told by the referees to play this one out, as it would be a fault on his end, not on our end or behavior's end. So we will play this one out. So disregard what I said before about it being no fault set restart. This will just be a continuance of up on, which when you think about it, it's kind of shitty for the bro Smokey, because now he's not even able to like really pressure. He stood like 30 seconds at the start of the game, just AFK'd. Again, no one really told him to do that, but I'm assuming he was just getting confirmation from the refs. But that's when you got to get in the ears of your teammates, like sort of out, pissing on from B1 there, beautifully played there from our Sable. But yeah, Smokey needs to get a tag right here, right now. I think he's a little bit anxious. I think he's kind of in a bad spot here, and B1 here just performing madness on the tiles here. Smokey does get his first tag, and unfortunately for him, not that I think he wouldn't, but I think he's going to commit this shit. And honestly, oh, Big Smokey, well done, Big Smokey. So we are going to get it down. But yeah, no, overall, I think you're back, Harvey. Are you there, big fella?
Had a bit of trouble moaning, as hopefully you can understand my laptop. But as you can see, I think Smokey understands too, because he got her laptop in the name. I just saw Ivy got down for this first gen, and yeah, experience tells me that usually if you can get a first gen done against Spirit before the first down, that's really, really optimal. And you can see one here is very, very high progress too, but so not very high, I'm 50%. But they're already starting to work on other generators, and yeah, this is looking pretty solid for Leopard. So with this second gen done too, I would look towards this victory for Smokey. Sorry, not for Smokey, for Leopard. My thoughts are a little bit off, but yeah, it seems like Thomas is not going to give away an ideal tag here, but oh, it was actually a bit of a fake. There's another survivor here coming for the save, so it's like a fake two-person pull as Ivy goes into second chase. So I'm not really sure what the survivors, the other survivors, up to at the moment.
What?
Hopefully we see like a double reset, but yeah, that 50-50 is going to be lost, and Ivy might actually go into basement here. So I guess this is pretty much inevitable death. Hopefully we can see the resets come through, because that's very critical against the Spirit. But A1Q's not been reset yet, so Thomas, the only reset to come through, and 3 gens left. That's okay, that's a reset on the A1Q, but they do find the reset location, the Smokey, so this is fairly optimal. Ada is going to be working a gen though, so pressure is definitely on Smokey to get this down and get the tunnel out, but definitely things are looking better than before. Thanks to those multiple injuries. The slow vault doesn't work out. I think that was a slow vault anyway, and yeah, it's a bit of panic time, I guess, for Leopard, and how are they going to deal with this, Charms? I don't really know.
You can't. If you're talking about the survivors on the survivors end here, it's just you just force the Burrow to on a gen. You just force A7 to, sorry, not A7. You just force Smokey to move away from the basement here. Game to go down to one of those gens that is being worked on. This is going to be, I mean, I don't even think they really would have an issue letting B1 die here. I think what my comms would be, B1's dead. Oh, sorry, Ivy's dead in this basement here. So, you need to just get A10 off that gen. A1Q off that. Sorry. You need to get no score or Thomas, whoever it was on that gen down 7. You need to just get them off. Even though for some reason we're going down deep here, we actually find A1Q here. So really well played from Smokey there. And I just saw just reading chat Tav and
no,
I thought there was potential there. Yeah, I didn't know it was behind him, unfortunately. But a couple of our beloved fans linking up and getting some pub swifts in on this lovely Sunday night. So good to see that as well. Our community getting involved amongst each other. Good to see.
That's nice. I did see a bit of chat activity too. But anyway, A1Q is gonna give away pain res, and actually, like, it looks doable for Smokey. I can't lie here. It looks so doable. To get this 4K too. Like, this early pull comes in, and I mean, Smokey knows there's no gen progress. Thomas does a bit of nice evasion here, but it's not gonna evade the inevitable tag for much longer. So this is kind of where Sloppy Butcher is going to put in the work. Like, these resets are going to be much more risky to go for. Thomas is lasting here on the pallet though, wins the 50s, and yeah, I mean, that's again more key time being bought. Reset comes through, but I think Drums, I think Sloppy does have more value than Collarbone. Although of course Collarbone does give info. Thomas nearly managed to pull it off. Unfortunately, goes down anyway. But again, I think Sloppy has a lot of.
Auto aim.
Oh my
Fuck.
god! And now he makes it all the way down the map. Thomas, he made it all the way down. He managed to rotate all the way across the map with this one health state. Tries to have played a bit more, but yeah, that's got enough time for again a rotation to come in. A1Q sitting the gen, which I don't really agree with. I feel like they should be doubling for a bit longer, but yeah, like that's really good. Wait, why does A1? Wait, eh? What's going on here?
Yeah, a couple of tomfoolery shenanigans happening, I think, in the background.
Why are they stealthing?
I'm not too sure actually. For what it's worth though, Smokey's actually not even in the worst position here. He's got a hook. He's actually got. I actually haven't noticed the gens, but he's got 2 gens in his field of view right now. He's got all bot gens. So he's actually got a 3-gen bottom. So obviously he can't play for that 4K one. He needs to play for the 4K two. But if he has Shaq here connecting in, he has pretty much identical. He does have Shaq, so he has pretty much identical gens that what A7 1 had, just on the reverse side diagonal. So instead of having it top right, he's got it bottom left, which is actually really, really nice to see. So there's actually potential for Smokey, because as I said, if he does 4K2 this, that's a set win to Desolous, Tavi, because of the hatch escape from last set. But really well played there from, I believe that was A1Q, if I'm not mistaken. Or no score, sorry, but yeah, nah, overall, the dance with me coming into play. Or we basically kissed Smokey there and just got away with a cheeky one. I don't know how Smokey didn't see that. That's very, very unfortunate, but yeah, nah, I think you're right, Tavi. The sloppy butcher is definitely going to be, I think it's better than, maybe not better, but I definitely see the value in it, and I wouldn't argue anyone who decided to run it over the Call of Brian that you were mentioning before.
Holy shit. I mean, okay,
Good phase
A1Q
there.
does not get away from this. Yeah, that was nice, but I like imagine if no score got tagged there, man. Imagine if there was that extra sloppy tag, like that would have been so huge. And now A1Q even jukes out the spirit phases. I feel like it's not gonna buy enough time though for resets to come through. Because yeah, no, they're not. No, Thomas is healing himself. Right, so like I guess there will be time for the reset, but the gens are still very stagnant. I think this is gonna be second hook for A1Q thanks to the hard not lying to me. So nice update by behavior, but yeah, it's still kind of rough. Like you were saying before, like the gen setup is the same, and I have to agree. Like there's this kind of 2 deep gens in that 7 pocket. There's this kind of like straddling gen and 5, and also Shack, which is hard to work. But bro, how is No Score getting away with this? Like how is he getting away with this? Why are both our survivors here? Like it's yeah, okay, maybe a bit of it's a bit like suboptimal from Leopard, I'll be honest, and things could definitely go wrong because A1Q's death hook and he's also injured Sloppy as well. Thomas can't reset himself, so it's yeah, like Moki's actually potentially getting this 4K too. Like, he's dead. Yeah, not
Is he
potentially
dead?
anymore, right? It's likely now. It's
Oh
likely
my
that he gets 4K
god!
too because those gens did not have as much progress. I don't know why Leopard were not um we're not working them. They're stealthing a little bit, but like, damn, like suddenly we're looking at 1-to-1 here, and we're going back to the singularity. Hey, that's the most likely outcome to me.
I don't know what Smokey woke up and ate this morning, but he said, "Fuck all that nonsense. Let me get in this seat and let me just try and dominate." And dominate is what he's done, bro. He's gonna get it down onto Thomas too. I don't think Thomas makes that. Oh, really well played from Thomas there. Actually able to make that filler. If I was Smokey, I would just leave this. I wouldn't give a shit. Yeah, just go back, mate. Go back. Secure your gens. Secure this. Make sure you get this 4K2, because as we've been saying all night, Tavi, this is a win for Desolous. This is a set win. And honestly, big fella, when you think about it like that, they'll go back into a. What will they go back into? I don't think it'll be Blight. It'll be. Would it be Singularity because they tied? I'm not too sure. I need to get confirmation from our refs, but
Yeah, it will be. All right, 4K1.
yeah, yeah.
Wait,
So
are we
yeah.
playing the tiebreakers? Are we playing the
Nah,
tiebreakers?
I think they get played offline these days. So yeah, I don't think we'll actually be able to see that Singularity set come into effect if Smokey does hit that 4K2 here. But, just stay tuned for the offline match. Smokey will be able to, double it up on Singularity. And we already saw how good he was on the initial. This is 4K2 for Smokey. So I bet no one in chat woke up this morning when they thought that Smokey Hellfire, big Sparky Hellfire, was oh my god, what's happened here? That would produce a result like this. Honestly, good fucking shit, Sparky. Good shit, bro. You've honestly outdone yourself here, buddy. You really have. Like, this is impressive, mate. This is impressive stuff. You've put Desolous on your back, buddy. So shout out to the big Spark, big Smoke. What a man. What a bloody man.
Desolous do have a very good chance of winning this series. You saw how close that Singu game was. It was just like a couple of mistakes away, I think, from both sides from being potential outs. They both unfortunately ended up in 4Ks, but that means we will be heading back to that set on the offline, and you will be getting the next series available to you, which will be Zets and Bleed Out, which is cool. It's also like a more nail biting series to watch through. But I won't be there for it. I'm here for this one, of course. Seeing Smokey at 4K2 is incredible. Like, okay, hold on. Let's go back in this game. Like, Smokey loses 2 gens for the first hook, and then he gets the tunnel out, and then only 1 generator pops because it was basement. Like,